What's up, everyone? Silas back again. And today I'm going to talk with y'all about the importance of taking risks. Now, I'm not talking about negative risk per se, because I think there is a large difference between negative risk and positive risk. Now, when I'm talking about negative risks, I'm talking about doing things that are foolish, doing things that are not good for your health, whether that be speeding or drinking excessively, staying up too late, doing things that are risky, but they're risky to your health. They're not really helping you to grow as a person. Now, a positive risk, in my opinion, would be doing something like starting your own business or going in for a job interview that you might not even be qualified for, and putting yourself out there to grow, or taking, or asking for a raise, or taking a management position, or, picking up a new hobby, putting yourself in a situation like a socially uncomfortable situation so you can kind of just force yourself to have better social skills. All those things help you grow as an individual. And all of those things are basically risky, They're putting you out of your comfort zone, which is kind of a risky thing in one way or another. Risky for your comfort, more or less, But being comfortable is not what helps us grow as individuals, right? Being comfortable helps us stay where we are. It helps us to stay stagnant, more or less, right? If you want to be comfortable, it's like a ship dropping anchor, right? And, putting up the sails. It's like, for pirates, that is where they have their downtime. That's when the adventure stops, is when you drop the anchor and you become comfortable. But when you want to start discovering new things about yourself or about the world, a lot of the time that comes through risk, right? A good example of this is, a few months ago, I went with one of my friends, my cousin. We drove out to Arizona, and we drove. There's a risk to that. But at the same time, as much of a massive risk as that was, we saw a lot more of the country. We saw way more. We interacted with others a lot more, and we grew to know ourselves better. And that was a positive risk. As risky as it was to get on the road for an extended amount of time and drive a car, 2,600 miles across the country, we grew as individuals, and we also gave ourselves a sense of adventure, a sense of true accomplishment, because that's a big accomplishment to drive that far and to do that much with our time. And so I think that there is something to be said for taking risks. It helps us to grow truly as individuals and to help us broaden our horizons, if that makes sense, and makes us believe in ourselves more so and what we're truly capable of. And it helps us to access parts of our mind and our body that we may not have even known was there before. And so, I think we all should learn to take more positive risks, to step out of our comfort zone and to step into being uncomfortable, to step into putting our best foot forward to help ourselves grow as individuals. Because if we don't, then, we stay stagnant. And I forget who said this, but it's, you grow or die. That's basically the way it works. Because if you're not growing as a person, you're basically dying. I mean, that's how trees work, right? That's how plants work. I'm looking at this plant that's sitting right next to me, and it's growing. It grows every year. And if it doesn't grow, what's happening to it? It's dying. So, put your best foot forward every day. Take risks. Take positive risks, not negative risks, because negative risks will oftentimes put you in a situation where you may even be backtracking from your progress. it's like self-sabotage. And a lot of the time that can be subconscious and people don't even realize what they're doing with their own habits because they've been living that way for such a long time. And sometimes we get so used to having a repeat cycle. Like, for example, when I was a kid, I used to never do my homework, right? But I think the reason I ended up getting so used to not doing my homework is I was becoming used to the feeling of the stress, right? And I was starting to sort of thrive on that in a way, in a weird, toxic, unhealthy sort of way. I was relying on that to put me in a down low position instead of realizing that that's what was bringing me external stress, and that if I eliminated that factor, I would have probably been a lot happier. And, you know, now I have the hindsight to see that, but, you know, some people don't have that hindsight, so I guess that's why I'm bringing this information to you now. I guess that's really all I got to say about it. Hope y'all enjoyed the content today. Love y'all, and have a good Sunday. Peace out.